She didn't realize who was following her as she got off the school bus and headed home after a busy day. It was someone who had been following her every step for several weeks. He followed her from afar as she continued her journey, striving to blend into the background. He was unaware that the hunter was about to become the hunted. The outside world can be scary. True monsters roam the streets openly, and sometimes it's impossible to discern their evil motives until it's too late. Most people spend a lot of their time doing good, doing their best, and just creating the kind of lifestyle they desire for themselves and their family members. But trouble could be lurking around the next corner. No matter how safe life seems, real evil can hide in virtually any gap or crevice. Threats are not always discernible, and wolves can often become sheep-like in appearance. Then, what can you do to save your loved ones and yourself from evil? This story educates us. You don't have to get ready if you stay prepared. The setting of this story is not considered very threatening. Mostly families live in this suburban region. Locals only learn about major crime from the media. The most serious problem or dispute typically arises when a neighbor parks their truck in another neighbor's driveway. This should now change completely. 15-year-old Laura Oliver attends Franklin High School in Livonia, Michigan. She lives with her mother, Cindy, her father, Mike, and her 19-year-old brother, Chris. The Oliver family recently came perilously close to a tragic event that may have ruined their lives forever. The family was ready to fight back against anything, anyone, and by any means, but fortunately the attacker was unaware of this. He would regret interfering with the Oliver family. Everyone who knows Laura, who recently graduated from 10th grade, describes her as a cheerful girl. This includes everyone from neighbors to teachers and students at their school. Still, she faced a challenge to her peaceful life. It was someone she knew personally. Little did she know that Radrick Roberts, the clerk at the nearby bakery where she occasionally shopped, had a secret crush on her. If the man had kept his crazy obsession to himself, this situation wouldn't be so serious. No one was aware that he was a sick, deranged human being without her knowledge prior to the incident. He discovered her social networking sites and the high school she attended. It didn't take long for him to spot her apartment. After the event, police uncovered CCTV evidence suggesting Roberts was pacing Laura's neighborhood. The worst wasn't even that. The video showed Roberts occasionally standing outside Laura's house and staying there for hours while looking through the windows at what was happening inside. In hindsight, it's obvious what he was doing, gathering information about the family's habits and routines in preparation for the horrific act he was about to commit. He planned how he would enter the house and carry out his plans undetected. One day, Roberts finally implemented his strategy. He knew the schedule and the routes the bus took to Franklin High School. At the bus stop, which he happened to know Laura would be getting off from, he waited patiently. The man believed that no one else would be home at that time. He had noticed that there were no cars parked in front of Laura's driveway. He followed her at a distance, trying not to look suspicious. The streets were empty. Maybe he was tempted to do something right. Who knows if he would have gotten away with it if he tried? But instead he decided to wait until Laura was home. Little did he know that someone was waiting for him there. Laura's father, Mike Oliver, is what you might call a tough guy. The man is an Army veteran and despite his age is well versed in various styles of martial arts and self-defense. That day he was at home with his wife and son. They had only taken the car to the mechanic that morning, so Roberts thought they were gone. That would turn out to be the biggest mistake of his life. When Mike saw Roberts walking toward the front yard right after Laura walked through the door, he knew something was wrong. He went outside and asked the man what he'd screwed up. He tried to turn and run, but Mike chased after him, reached him, and grabbed him to the ground. Grabbed his hair, Mike recounted the fight when speaking to the media. He was like an alligator just spinning, and he got away. He ran around the corner. But Laura's father wasn't willing to let him get away. He quickly called a neighbor next door, told him what had happened and asked him about his truck. He then chased Roberts around the neighborhood while his son Chris called 911. A group of police officers soon arrived at the scene and arrested Roberts. At the moment he is awaiting his trial and Laura is alive and well. He could have been lying there on the floor today, Oliver said, referring to Roberts and stuff. It could have been so much worse for him. But this isn't about being right, it's about doing the right thing, the Army veteran added. To protect the privacy of those depicted, some names, locations, and identifiers have been changed and are the product of the author's imagination. Any resemblance to any actual event or place or person, living or dead, is purely coincidental.